Hi, it's Chris Watkin here, joined by Mike Stratton, who is the boss man of tenantSERVE. Mike, give me the 4 top tips that letting agents can do to ensure that if tenants do stop paying the rent, it doesn't end in tears.
Okay. The first one, and the most important tip I'll give everybody is before you, as you're putting the tenant in, think, have you got everything in place to evict them? That's a simple one. So if everything's in order, so all your ducks are lined up, if something goes wrong, you're not then scrabbling around trying to find answers. You've already got it. So prepare. So
what's the big ones are here then? I mean, obviously registering the deposit.
It is, yes. It's registered deposit. It's making sure your AST's there. As if you were going to serve a notice on the checklist there. So you've got your right to rent done. You've got your how to rent. Everything's in there, and it has to be done at the beginning. And once those are in place, so that you can serve notice and go forward. So and it sounds very simple, but always think of evicting your tenant as you're moving them in.
Do letting agents not comply with that? I mean, it seems so simple.
The vast majority do. It's private landlords where the issue arises on here, where they're playing catch up. The vast majority of letting agents are absolutely wonderful. They've got it in place. They've got it capped. It's on. It's done.
Lovely. What's the second?
The second one here is keep talking to your tenants. So whenever there's an issue, do not stop the conversation. Okay. However nasty it gets, however awkward it gets, do not stop that, because that's negotiation. That kind of, I know there's going to be a time where you go, we've got to stop now, move forward, but keep talking. And when you've talked, talk again, because there's always a deal to be done. And I could do myself out of business, but the best result is when an agent or a landlord says to the tenant, "How can I help you move?" It may be an issue with their deposit. It may be an issue with the cost for a removal van. So if you then take a business decision and say, okay, it's going to cost me £300 to help this person out, help them. But you can only do that if you're talking. So keep the conversation going.
I certainly agree with you on that one. I did some stats last year in 2021, and interestingly, landlords who self-managed were 272% more likely to be in arrears of 2 months or more than letting agents. Amazing, isn't it?
It is.
Amazing. So obviously being a letting agent certainly does create that barrier, that one step away.
It does. It does. It gives you that space.
Would it be fair to say that if it wasn't for letting agents, you would actually be run off your feet?
Yes, I would.
Is the vast majority of your business coming from landlord self-managed?
I would say 60%.
Okay.
60%. But carrying on from your little conversation then on the stats, okay, a lot of letting agents have 0.003 debt. A good agent maybe have 0.1. That's low. That is exceptionally low. Whereas if you take the private landlord, theirs would be 4 or 5%. It's a huge difference.
Massive, isn't it?
And so if I was a letting agent, I've got my debt list down, and I'm 0.3, I'd be talking to a landlord about that. I would ask them what their perception is, and then take that forward. I would use that as a means to get a private landlord on board.
What would the third thing be, Mike?
County court judgments. We've already spoke on it on our conversations here, but a county court judgment is just do it. It's a jufti. Just do it, because...
Are you telling me that agents don't do CCJs on tenant rent arrears?
A lot of agents don't. And it should be...
But surely that's just kicking the football down.
Because it's giving other people problems and not highlighting that this is an issue.
Is that a lack of awareness, or can't be bothered, or...?
I don't think can't be bothered, no. I think I think it's lack of awareness. I think it's the fact of, we don't need to do that. We've now got possession and we're going forward. If they want to retain that landlord, right, that landlord wants to know that what's going to be done, what's happened to my debt.
Almost retribution. I'm sorry to...
It's a bad yeah. But it means...
I'm sorry, call me old-fashioned, but, if you've done me wrong, I'm sorry.
I want justice.
Justice. Yeah.
Justice.
Can we agree on justice?
We can agree on justice.
Okay.
Yes, we can.
So really, again, if there's one thing, if you're a lettings department and you don't do CCJs, how easy is it?
Just go online. Literally go, but always get the government website. There's lots of others there when you Google
Yes.
that will come up. So the government website, you can go straight in and it's all online. You fill everything online, you put all your information online, you put your evidence online. You know, the fee, it tells you how much, and it varies. So there's a varied fee there, but it's peanuts. Put it in there and let it go. And then the tenant or the debtor is alerted to it. They have the chance to put their defence in. If they do not put the defence in, it's automatic. You'll get a CCJ, and that locks it in. They need the whole purpose of this is to get them to talk to you. How can I pay that debt? What can I do?
Yeah, because that's got to bugger up their mobile phone contract, the tenancy, everything.
It does. It does. People don't realise that, but it makes it inconvenient to them.
We've done a separate video on that, boys and girls, so do check that out on my YouTube channel. There's some great insight on that one. What's the fourth one, Mike?
Fourth one is join some Facebook groups. Everyone has maybe a fear of Facebook, you know, but there's some really, really good groups on there, you know.
Give me some of your favourites.
Rainmaker for the agents, bread and butter. Sally Lawson and her team there are just brilliant, you know. And I can't speak highly enough. You know, I have a lot of feedback. The courses they run, the inspirational side, you know, the motivational side. So, but the groups themselves, UK landlords, you don't have to participate. Have a look what the threads are. Look at what's going on, and more than likely it's something that's similar is happening to you.
Yes.
Pick it up, and there's people. I answer people. You know, I get involved in there if somebody needs some advice. Just beware of the keyboard warriors. There are, like in all life, you know, there's someone. But otherwise, it's Facebook groups are there to gain knowledge. Go on any courses. If there's the MPO, East Midlands Property Owners, they run courses, you know, and it's excellent because they're the ones that the fundamentals as a landlord, what you need to know. So I'd recommend there. But it's well worth it.
Thank you for your time today, Mike.
Thank you, Chris.